Okay, back in the Monday Ride Fast group. So the one who's pulling us is Jan Kim of Nueva Ecija, and representing Opus Land from the Philippines. Yes, we call him Victory Liner because he's pulling very good. And at this stage, it's 49 to 50 kilometers per hour. And transitioning from pulling in the front, it is Mr. Paul Cheatham, BZ UAE, and everyone knows him. Okay, of course, the legend. And the legend who's always wearing a neon green kit. And a very good guy. Everyone knows him from way back when everyone was starting cycling in Dubai. And this section is kind of brutal because of transitioning from tailwind to sudden headwind, which is kind of very good for Mr. Porsche. And of course, the man himself, the swagger, the guy who's always riding with style, always looking serious, always the best in the front, pulling hard, longer turn from him. I mean, this guy's amazing. What can I say? Mr. Kesh, represent, brother. Represent Mac Tracks. Represent the track bike, man. Nobody represent the brand Trek as you do. You know, swag like Kesh. And of course, man, joking aside, but he's really strong, pulling us in the front always. Never changes, man. Consistently strong puller. And he might not be a sprinter, but I'm gonna tell you, he's really strong. Okay, looking back, I have met Kesh on the Saturday Capitalism ride, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or through the Metrox family. And yeah, since then, he's my favorite on the subject, on my posting, man. And of course, me pulling in the front, this what is like 48, 49, and that is transitioning from kind of tailwind to headwind. And this part right here is kind of brutal because you don't know if someone will attack you or not. But this section, especially this section, is transitioning from headwind to tailwind. So I want to save up for a little sprint in the last lap. And then that's Marky pulling the front. Next, Jem, Majid Al-Balushi, Dexter, Erwin, Jay Tolentino, Batusai, Jan Kim, Paul Cheatham, and Kesh. Guys, this is a mandate fast ride. I'm telling a story from Mark from DC UAE, the one who's pulling right now. This pull is not easy, right? I believe this is 48, 49 kilometers per hour, consistent. I mean, for a minute or a minute and a half, I believe. This oven area is usually a tailwind, but in order for you to get this fast, you need to be fit. You know? Taking this turn longer than anyone else or longer than most of us is quite brutal on his part. But I guarantee hats off for this guy, you know. He's super strong. He's showing his skills, showing us how to do it, showing who's stronger or who's strongest in this group. But then again, a lot of us is really keen to working with everyone else's, you know. I believe that cycling is for everyone. You meet a lot of people, you expect different kind of people around you, but that makes you stronger as well. As Mark, you know, I used to hate a lot of people back in the day where super strong guys riding with us because we don't know why they're riding with weak ass people like me, you know. But then hands off to Mark from doing better. Well, Gemwell's always pulling short because he's a sprinter. Kidding aside, he's really improved a lot in the past few days. So I think next one who's pulling in the front, if I'm not mistaken, it is Majid Al-Balushi. Now guys, Majid Al-Balushi is a legend of the UAE national team, man. I'm very happy that he's been riding with us for a third consecutive Mondays now, and I'm really happy that this guy is socializing with different groups, no one's above anyone, you know. And he's not riding easy, to be honest with you. He's riding really good on this part. He's really riding very good. He's riding hard as well. So that's why you're not allowed to blink on this. You're not allowed to make a small gap. And this ride right here, I believe this is more than 50 kilometers per hour for that pool, you know. And you can see the slope happens after him, right? Now, he's the guy in this Trek jersey and with the Canyon Blue aeroed bike. And yeah, as you guys can see on the left side, this is Maidan 1 villas, and on the right side of the view, that's Burj Khalifa, the highest, the tallest building in the world. And there's a lot of improvement that will happen on this track, by the way. And yeah, I mean, this is a few kilometers left, I believe, on this part, because I believe this one was the last lap. So, oh, by the way, this guy on the right side, that's Dexter. One of the strongest guys I know. One of the people that can really pull hard and longer. And yeah, I have a lot of good things to say on him. Next one is Erwin. Erwin is on the right side and wearing the Sky bib short. He's been resting for a lot of times, but he's been keeping up, man. Very good job of you. And on this bridge, I believe Kesh will attack on this part, and I gonna follow because I thought this was the last sprint. And yes, Batusai is pulling in front, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, Kesh standing up really good. Oh, Jay Tony thing was pulling the front. I don't know what happened. Maybe he drank too much that night and riding with us in the morning. But yeah, Kesh went ahead. I was in his back. You know, I'm always riding with this guy, so I know when he's gonna attack or not. He's my favorite in the front because he's bigger. I'm super small, midget type of cyclist. So I went kind of search a little bit and look in the back who was this following or not. But surprisingly, no one followed me. And I thought that was the last sprint. But again, this ride, I'm riding what, 60 kilometers per hour at that moment. But I went a little slow on this part because I thought this is it. But then looking them now, it was like, why are you guys still riding? And yeah, I think that's for me. And this ride is gonna be a cool down for the rest of the ride. And I'm really happy with it.